rooms. We would even go upstairs into the upstairs atrium and where we had dinettes and children's furniture, and I would play, and I had kids that I would put to bed, bunk beds and things like that. So it's my own giant playhouse. Leaders, one of my favorite stories about Leaders, going in and buying a pair of blue jeans. And Mrs. Leader handing me some blue jeans, and I tried them on. She asked me how they fit. I showed her. She comes back with another pair and says, try these on. I tried them on. I said, well, I like the other ones better. And she says, no, but your mother will like this pair better. Johnny Walkers, as a teenager from high school, trying to sneak in to see if Johnny might, or walking past to see if Johnny might be working there, because he was, I hate to admit this in public, one of my high school crushmen. And going into Coggins and not buying a pair of Red Goose shoes, but Mr. Geiger letting me pull the goose's neck to get a golden egg anyway. Going into Dunaway's and sometimes buying things on account, and talked me into shoplifting some makeup. And I was terrified, absolutely terrified, and I walked out. I don't know if they did or not. I'm sorry if they did. I felt guilty for probably 15 or 20 years after that because I didn't turn them in, but I was like, they know me, and if I no, I can't do that. Goldstein's, when I was married and had an instant family, and I had my oldest stepson was probably 10 or 12 and what we would call husky. Cute fella, had a horrible time, early 90s, horrible time finding pants to fit him. Just absolutely awful. And we had been all over Cobb Center, and I said, we're going to go one more place. And he said, I don't want to try on any more clothes. This is terrible. Nothing fits me. I'm weird. We went up to Goldstein's. Mr. Goldstein looks at him. And before we went in, he said, I don't want to get measured. I said, okay. We went in. Mr. Goldstein pulls out 2 pairs of blue jeans, hands them to him, says, go try them on. He comes out, grin from here to here. Perfect fit. Mr. Goldstein looked at him and knew exactly what size he wore. And we never bought jeans anywhere else. Walked down to Cox Printing to pick up sales pads and business cards and anything else that the furniture store needed. And I guess there's no telling how old I was. But I said, we're 2 generations of charmed people growing up on the square, because go to Saul's department store, it's Mother's Day, pick out a pair of earrings, sign it to Mom and Dad's account. Did the same thing with tie tacks and ties for Father's Day, Christmas. Probably did it in every store. Go get your school supplies at the bookstore, sign it to Mom and Dad's account. But it was a great place to be, working on the delivery truck. They were not given any special treatment because they were the boss's sons. And they grew up both spit-bound and determined never to work there. Absolutely, and neither one of them did. On the other hand, I wanted to work there in high school. And my daddy says, there's nothing you can do up here. And so here it is, 1983 to 2001. That's me. So that was my life.
Can I say one more thing?
Okay, parking.
No, the parking square.
Oh, I love the park.
The best part. The merry-go-round, the
that
swing
no, the merry-go-round made me sick.
I can still remember the smell of the seed and feed. My Uncle Raymond had a grocery store down on Powell Springs Street. Had a sawdust floor. I can remember that over also. We're kind of pressed for time, and I won't go on too long, but the family came here first in the 1840s. Dr. Cox built a hospital up here right behind where Kenny Stone is today. It was a water cure. I did find the springs up there. They're enormous springs. They were so big that one of the people up there cutting the grass ran the lawnmower in and lost it. It's gone. He was burned out by, you know, who came from here during the Civil War. And actually the family came in Virginia in 1610 and came down through the Carolinas. But we've had a good life here. I see so many faces here. They bring back so many memories. It was a good town. everybody looked out for everyone else. If you were in trouble, you had neighbors that helped you out. If you got hurt on the swing up on the square, you were a dummy. Mama would spank you when you got home, or you would sue the city these days. It was a different time. Now, I'm talking about the good old days. You can have them, but they were hard.